guy. I'm gonna paint that one.
You're gonna paint the gnome today? So just wanted to show you around a little bit and show you what's up. The latest updates in our little garden adventure. Bill, you want to show around a little bit?
Yeah, Mommy.
First thing, we actually wanted to go pick our first raspberry of the year, really. Первую малинку снимать. Пойдем? As you guys remember, the bushes that we have planted a couple weeks ago, these raspberries are called golden raspberry, I believe, because they're yellow color. And we're gonna pick it. You want to pick one and eat it? Yes.
Not bad yellow.
Not bad yellow. Вкусная малина?
It's not bad.
Not bad. Вкусненькая, хорошо. Желтенькая.
Almost looking red.
Паук в волосах.
Yeah, ухо.
Spider.
Where?
Right there. My hand, look. Что мы делаем с пауками?
Good.
Okay, I'm glad we had our first raspberry. We have a few more, so we're super excited. Do you think it's ready? Hold on. You know how you know if it's ready or not?
Yeah.
Squeeze it a little bit. It's not ready yet.
I was a little spicy, you said.
I think maybe in two more days. Let's do 2 more days, okay? Or do you think it's ready now?
Right now.
Okay, do it. No patience. Hey, Mila.
Wait,
Here.
me.
Oh, you broke off the olive edge. Okay.
Sorry, Mommy.
It's okay. Давай. See, it was not ready, Mila. Yeah, we have to be very careful. See, it doesn't want to come out. No ничего. I'll try it. Yeah, we had a few more here, otherwise, you see. It's okay. With these ones, we have to be real, real patient, okay? We don't pull. We gently squeeze, and if it's not coming off, it's not ready yet, okay? Yeah. You're good. Was it tasty though? I'm glad it was tasty.
I'm sorry I whipped this thing.
Yeah, I know. I appreciate it.
No, yeah, it hurt myself.
I know, I have a little sharp thorn in there.
Yeah. Look, pick it. Mama, pick down. Look at this.
Okay,
This
here you go. All the beautiful colors. Okay.
is falling off.
Yeah, not without falling off, yeah. Nice. I remember my dad told me that strawberries have the most antioxidants and healing power the first minute off the plant when you pick it. So you're supposed to eat them off the off the plant immediately, because it has the most intense minerals and vitamins for your body at that moment. So we eat them right off the plant. Yeah, вкусно.
Ho-ho.
Everything is growing nicely. Corn is really kicking up there.
So many.
Cucumbers look beautiful. Then the beans are just really out there. They started developing these little dots. I'm not too concerned. I'm wondering if I'm overwatering these. Tomato is like pretty much boomed about a size, like a foot, since I've planted it a couple weeks ago. Oi, Mila, I just picked our first tomato. You want to have it? Have it. Is it okay I'm recording you? Yeah. How does it taste?
Yum.
Nom. Can I try too, or you want to eat the whole thing?
Whole thing.
Okay, enjoy it. Okay, so this is going to be a vlog with a twist, because I'm going to show you before when I was recording in May 17th. And then I'm going to do a snapshot to now, which is July the 2nd, because I was so slow to edit my vlogs. Like, everything grew way out of bigger proportion than I showed. So it's going to be an update on top of update. Okay, so before and after. Okay, so these are my cucumbers now. And this is a month and a half. We've already picked a bunch of them. Let me see. I think I had a few baby ones. Oh, there's a little one growing. So we have a ton of cucumbers now that we're picking and even gifting some to our friends. This is the little I believe this is a melon. I'm still not sure if it's a melon or a watermelon because when I was planting it, I was not sure. I have a bunch of buds in them and flowers, but I don't see any of actual fruit on it as of yet, but we'll see. My squash didn't do so hot in here, so I pulled that out and instead planted pollinator plant. So hopefully bees pick it up and hopefully pollinate my little melon. The corns are giant and doing great. Look how tall they are. They're literally its own bush. I'm really even thinking that sometimes maybe in a certain year when you like waiting for a tree to grow taller and you need something extremely fast growing to plant like against a fencing or something while you're waiting for other plant to grow bigger slower. I'm really considering planting corn now. I'm serious because it goes higher than your fencing and you can plant big rows of it and then by the end of the season just taking it out and then planting another one next year until your big plant actually covers it up. Just a thought. All right, so these are my giant tomatoes. They are almost my size at this point. My big heirloom tomato only had one tomato and this is the other tomato. So this whole huge plant only had 2 tomatoes. This one was another squash. So we have a pretty big healthy squash in here too. And then these are the beans. They are short climbing rather fast, I would say, considering that it's been about a month. They're already reaching higher than the tomatoes, and I planted more of the, I'm not going to say the word, Indians and something. And it's doing great in here too. Again, I'm doing this also for pollinators to hopefully pollinate some of this tomato. Also planted some basil. Our beautiful Mila's garden is growing pretty well too. Okay, I wanted to show you a little bit of an update on some of the bushes that we've already planted, and everything is kind of shaping up very nicely, so I'm very proud to show you more things, guys. Okay, so I have not watered anything yet, but as you remember, this was just the rock wall before, and now we have planted a few different plants here. I'll show you up close. We really gotta water these and become a little bit more bushy. Same thing again, it's mirroring on this side. These are African daisies. These are the most drought tolerant ones. These are English lavender. That's the hot lips that I was talking about. They started to lose leaves just because I've kept them a little too long in the pots and I felt bad about it, but it is what it is. Okay, that's the iceberg rose. And here we have a lot of standing water. You can actually see it in the heat when everything else needs more watering. This area is non-draining, so it's always water here. So I planted these grass, this flag grass, the golden ones. And these California poppies are really living here as a weed. I don't ever pull them out just for pollinators. Literally the whole day we have some kind of bee or bumblebee or somebody diving in those, so I'm keeping them just because they're so good for the environment, and it's a local flower and they're literally popping everywhere. And I love how they kind of enjoying this rock area specifically, and it looks, I don't know, I love it so much. So this is an updated version. Again, a month later, things have changed pretty dramatically on this side. So I have planted different things in here. Out of most of them, they're not really surviving very well, besides this little guy and this hot lips salvia is growing beautifully. I'm so excited. We see hummingbirds every single day, multiple times coming to it, so it's really cool. Raspberries did pretty good. This bush raspberry is doing pretty good. Again, we had a few really hot days, so it kind of took a toll on it, especially it's in the full sun. But we've already had a bunch of little pink raspberries, which were quite tasty. So highly recommend. It's thornless and it stays like this in the bush in a circle and doesn't need much. So then this side ended up being very different from what I did when I originally planted everything. Iceberg roses, also thornless, loving them. I'm really considering planting more of them. They're non-stop blooms like this, quite long blooms too. And I just kind of trim them and they keep blooming. Like in a couple weeks they start the whole bloom again. I got new salvia, mystic blue spears to plant instead now. So it looks very different. I keep changing everything up because things keep dying on me and I keep fixing it and just they keep dying again. So we just kind of go by what works at this time. I'm still not sure how I'm gonna do the sprinkler system. It's a long process. My mandarins are doing great. You can see we have quite a bunch of them in here. I'm excited. This is my peach tree. And so 2 of them got eaten by a rat and birds, and then we had another 2 that we ate, but it was doing pretty good. Then Daryl is really taking a lot of work on this hill here. We moved some of the rocks off of this area just to try and see where all the water is coming from, because we're trying to figure out what we're going to do. You can see the wet spots, and that's where the water is coming from. So we're trying to figure out what to do with it. I don't know. We're still not sure. And this is a completely bare hill. It gets really hot in the summer and very dry. Nothing grows in it. Nothing, not even weeds. So we have run extra watering and planted some of the drought-tolerant plants. These lantanas are making me very happy because they were really babies when I planted them again a month ago, and they're doing amazing, really beautiful, and they usually cascade and become pretty big. So this is the jasmine, Arabian jasmine. I've planted 2 bushes. They grow to about 4 to 5 feet, so I'm very excited about that. And I planted them right next to the trash. So I planted them right next to trash for obvious reasons. So hopefully in the summer when it gets too hot, a little bit of fragrance will kill off the smell of the trash. So this side of the yard is never ending. I'm always changing something up and replanting. Never ending project for me. I keep pulling things out, keep putting new things in, continuously changing everything. So it's never ending process in this one. The only ones that I truly enjoy right now is the lamb's ear, growing like weed. Beautiful, really fluffy, creates beautiful texture. I love my citronella plant as well. It grows also like a weed, literally giant at this point. I'm kind of a little afraid of just how big it's gonna get. Then sweet pea bush is doing okay too, just no flowers. And then all of these kind of small little petunia stuff, and you know, it's gonna grow or not, I'm not sure. I planted this hosta yesterday. We'll see. I actually need to fix one of my sprinkler heads. I have done that already a couple times. The first time was super intimidating. But then I kind of looked up a bunch of videos on YouTube when Daryl was last time mowing. He accidentally ran over it. So that happens sometimes. Okay. So I'm trying to keep it intact so I can just place it over top later and save it as it is. Okay, now I'm going to get all the way to the connection pipe and try and see what length I need. I have 2 lengths. So you're going to start twisting it. Make sure your sprinkler is not about to come on. You can see it. I also purchased these ones the last time I was doing these things, and they have worked out for me. So you just pop it in, and then when you're adjusting it, you pull it out right here and you twist it on this way. Okay, so that helps. So I suggest using these. Okay, I'll try just wrapping it a little bit like this with a couple rocks, and then putting more dirt on top. Grass nest right on top. and then at night when the sprinkler will come on, I will come out here in the water. Yes, it's gonna be spraying everywhere. And I'll have to pop this thing out like this, like I showed you, like this, and then position it, because right now I have no idea which way it's actually pouring and all that stuff. Okay, so now onto the beautiful drip system. See how these ones have little holes in them? So I'm planning on lining them up as much as I can around my vegetables here. Basically did a loop. I lifted them off the ground because these get clogged up really quickly. I just tried leveling up as much as I can the openings around the plants, but it doesn't probably matter too much. Okay, so this is kind of a loop that they go through. So here I'm going to connect them. Goes down here, and I'll probably attach it eventually here somewhere. I love hearing the mourning doves. They're so beautiful. They're just cooing. There are a few in our yard that walk around in pairs, and we see them all the time. I haven't seen them in a while, but beautiful. Anyway, so thank you guys so much for watching and enjoying our little garden videos. I know it's... Huh? Uh-oh. Okay, we'll spill the water. I'll see you later. Bye-bye.